Hello, everybody. Welcome to the second annual Out of the Darkness live stream. Thank you so much for watching, and hi to our Cascades campus who's watching. And yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. Hi, everybody. I again want to welcome you and thank you for watching the second annual Out of the Darkness Walk Oregon State live stream. I am thrilled to announce that we just hit our goal of reaching $20,000 fundraised. Now, with that being said, I am thrilled to announce that the support for the Out of the Darkness Walk spreads not only from the Oregon State Corvallis campus, but also to Cascades. So why don't we go over and say hi to Cascades?
Hi everyone, we're here at OSU Cascades. We are advocates for mental health here, and everyone's really excited to be here. Back to you, Corvallis.
Walk. Yay, scattering of applause. Our program is about to begin. We have lots of open seats by the stage. Please make your way toward the stage. You can sit or stand, whatever's most comfortable for you. The resource fair is officially closed at this time. And I'll just give you a moment to come closer and get settled. This is the program for today, and within it is a speech we're all going to make for the blue beads. So if you didn't happen to pick one up, see if you can grab one or get near someone who has one, and that'll be a moment we can share together. My name is Tessie Webster Henry. I'm the Mental Health Promotion and Suicide Prevention Specialist at OSU Counseling and Psychological Services, CAPS. So to help us transition from the busyness of this morning's activity to the live program, I'm going to lead a grounding activity called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's a simple way to come into the present moment in order to fully experience what is happening right now. It can also be a great way to reduce anxiety and is easy to remember and do yourself. We're going to use something that is available to us. It's our senses. My guidance is only a suggestion. If you would like to do any of this differently, maybe linger on one of your senses or skip any sense, please feel free to do so. As I lead this activity, please silently participate in your own mind. We'll start with noticing 5 things we can see. So look around and silently note 5 different things you see around you. Notice their color, their texture, or maybe their shape. Next, notice 4 things you could feel. Could be things like the temperature of the air on your skin with the nice little breeze we have going on, the weight of your body standing or sitting, the feel of the clothes on your body. Just noticing 4 things you can feel right now. And next, listen for 3 things you can hear. Are there voices, birds, or maybe your own breathing? Now focus on 2 things you can smell. Could be the flowers in bloom on campus, food being cooked, a fragrance you or someone near you is wearing. Just noticing what you can smell. And lastly, notice 1 thing you can taste. Maybe you're chewing gum, or it's the last thing you ate or drank, or just the taste of the clean air you are breathing. Noticing 1 thing you can taste. Now ask yourself this simple question. Where am I? I am right here. I'm in the SEC Plaza at OSU at the 2025 Out of the Darkness Campus Walk. Now it is my pleasure to invite to the stage our three hosts for our event, Kyla, Izzy, and Karina.
Hi guys, it's so wonderful to see so many beautiful faces out here today. My name is Kyla and I'm a student ambassador at CAPS as well as the committee chair for this event.
I'm Karina. I'm also a student ambassador at CAPS and I'm your MC for the day.
And I am Izzy, your other co-MC for today and the live stream coordinator.
We are so honored to be your hosts for today's Out of the Darkness Walk. Before we get started, I'd like to ask everyone to bring out their programs as I walk through today's schedule. I'm thrilled to share that we will have an amazing lineup of speakers and several participants who will be representing our honor beads. Following the honor beads ceremony, we'll share a few more announcements before a surprise group takes the stage to make this event even more memorable. After the performance, I'll let you know who will be leading our walk. If you're unsure of the route, you can find it in the program along with a QR code you can scan to view it on your phone. And finally, don't forget to stick around for our after the walk of our celebration of hope. This is a special time to connect, to unwind, and take care of yourself. We'll have music, food, activities, and more, so we'll hope you stay to enjoy it. We'll also be announcing our raffle winners, and you have to be present to win our raffle baskets.
I'm excited to share with all of you today that our support for the Out of the Darkness is spread across both Corvallis and the Cascade campus. OSU Cascade is joining us today with our live stream, and I want to give a huge thanks to Cascade Wellness Specialist Brooke Martindale for coordinating this collaboration. I would like to thank the MU staff for helping facilitate our live stream today. To welcome Cascade to this program, on a count of 3, I want everyone to shout, "Go Ben Beeves." Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go Ben Beeves!
This year, our walk committee set an ambitious fundraising goal of $20,000. And I'm so thrilled to say that with 427 participants, 33 teams, and 249 donations received, we've reached $20,206. Thank you guys so much for helping to contribute to raise these funds. I also want to share our top donors. We would not be reaching this goal without you. So Mackenzie Jewell for raising $1,950. Cherie Elwood for raising $1,000.75, and Shannon Frasca for raising $955. I also want to give a special shout out for our student ambassador, Zach Nicholas, who raised $655 as well. And I also want to share our top team is Oregon State College of Engineering, who raised $4,225. We appreciate all of your support, and we are so excited to see these donations be implemented in building a stronger community in the fight for mental health and suicide prevention. Be sure to check out our raffle table near the AFSC booth. Every ticket purchase helps reach our goal, or surpass our goal. You can buy tickets after the program or the walk, and we'll be announcing the winners during our celebration of hope at 1:15 p.m. Before we begin this program, I want to take a moment to recognize the incredible individuals and businesses whose dedication, hard work, and unwavering support have brought this event to life. Their commitment to this cause has made today possible, and we're deeply grateful for their efforts. So thank you to our local sponsors, Northwest Engineering Service Incorporated, who donated $2,500. Oregon Campuses United for Suicide Prevention, who donated $500, and Darkside Cinemas for donating screen time for advertisements. I also want to thank our fundraising sponsors, Three Potato More Food Truck, and fundraisers with Panda Express and Chipotle. And last but not least for our sponsors, I want to thank our raffle sponsors, Greenhouse Coffee and Plants Cafe, Peak Sports, Inkwell Designs, Coastal Farms, AMC Theaters, Birch Chocolates, and Barb Wilson. Thank you all to our community and OSU organizations who participated in our resource fair. It is through organizations like yours that we continue to thrive.
I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to all of our amazing volunteers. This event wouldn't be possible without you and your generous support and helping hands. And I also would like to thank those speaking for today's program. We are so honored to have you speak in support of this cause.
Last but not least, I'd like to take a moment to recognize this year's walk committee. These students worked tirelessly from the beginning of the fall term to make this event possible. Marketing Chair, Emily Gerbach. Volunteer Chair, Zachary Nicholas. Sponsorship Chair, Karina Meinhardt. And Resource Fair Chair, Riti Sivakumar.
Additionally, the following students worked all year on the committee to help plan and execute this event. Alexandra Taylor, Pavel Sengupta, Amber Sargett, Cara Nin, Marilyn Morales, Vanessa Kashmar, Anthony Rivera, Simona Alexandrova, Grace Darza, Lena Trug, and Owen Brunel. Without your support and dedication, we would not have been able to plan this momentous event, so thank you.
And furthermore, I'd like to thank and honor Tessie. She is our mental health promotion and suicide prevention specialist, and I want to thank her for all the work that she has done this past year. Through countless hours of work, emails, and many meetings, Tessie has supported our student staff team and committee with making this event a success. Where's Tessie? Where'd she go?
Today is an opportunity to reflect and remember those we have lost. Okay, can you hear me now? Lovely, okay. Sorry about that. Today is an opportunity to reflect and remember those we have lost and to raise funds and awareness for mental health and suicide prevention. I honor all of you for the courage and strength that it has taken for you to be here today.
As I stand here today, I would like to share one significant message with you. Mental health challenges do not discriminate. They can affect anyone, regardless of background. Our friends, families, and neighbors may be carrying struggles we cannot see. Seeking support is a sign of strength, not weakness. No one should have to face their hardest moments alone. As a community, we must listen, reach out, and create spaces of compassion where everyone feels safe and valued. Let this be a call to action. Let's break the stigma, uplift one another, and remind those who are struggling. You are not alone. We are not alone. Together, we can be the light in someone's darkest hour. We can bring our community out of the darkness.
The American Foundation for Suicide Prevention's mission is to save lives and bring hope to those affected by suicide. AFSP works to create a culture that is smart about mental health through education, advocacy, and events like today's walk. The American Foundation for Suicide Prevention is also the largest private funder of suicide prevention in the country, all thanks to the support of people like you.
Now, let's hear from Vong Tran, the AFSP Oregon Board Chair, to learn more about AFSP and the programs and support that they offer.
Wonderful. All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Vong. I'm the board chair for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, or AFSP for short. I also want to give a major shout out to Tessie, the walk committee, the volunteers who helped to grab all the heavy stuff out of my car this morning. Thank you all. We appreciate that so much. Now, I want to tell you about AFSP and the work that we do that you're all supporting today. So the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention started as a research-based organization when a small group of families affected by suicide banded together with scientists who just wanted to learn more about this leading cause of death. Historically, there wasn't a lot of research into suicide prevention, and the founders wanted to change that. AFSP is now the largest private funder of suicide prevention research. This past year, with your help, we've invested in over $8 million in scientific research to help us understand things like what makes someone at risk for suicide, how is suicide grief different than other types of grief, and what can we do to help keep people safe. Our goal is to ultimately save lives and bring hope to those who are affected by suicide. By walking with us today, in addition to funding scientific research, you are helping us develop and share education programs with the community. For example, we have a program called Talk Saves Lives. Talk Saves Lives, along with our other programs, including programs for college students, give people practical strategies for recognizing the warning signs and preventing suicide in their communities. One of the things that our programs teach you is that if someone you love is thinking about suicide, one of the best things that you can do is directly ask them about it. While some people worry that asking about suicide will increase suicide risk, research suggests that having a conversation about suicide with someone you are worried about helps to decrease suicide risk. So don't be afraid to ask the question, are you thinking of ending your life? If anything, they'll be grateful you asked. If they tell you that they are thinking of suicide, listen, support them. Be willing to have a hard and honest conversation about what they're going through and offer to help them find help. Several years ago, back in 2020, I was sharing a lot of suicide prevention and mental health material on my Instagram. And I had an old high school friend who reached out to me because of my posts. One thing led to another, and I asked her if she was thinking of ending her life. She told me that she didn't want to live anymore. She thought about dying by suicide every single day. We had a series of conversations all about medication and therapy and the crisis line, and mentioned that she can also text that line herself as well if she was scared to talk over the phone with somebody. She did mention that she was scared that she would get snatched away by the police if she contacted the crisis line, which is not true. And I continued to message her each day, making sure that she's safe, and eventually she started seeing a therapist and taking medication. After a few weeks or so, she started to feel better. Months later, she messaged me saying, "Thank you for saving my life." 4 years later, she messaged me again saying how far she has come from living in a constant state of anxiety and depression, and how she has held those conversations that we had in her heart. And when people come to her for advice, she also passes along all those resources that I had passed on to her. Now, I know not all these conversations lead to this kind of happy ending, and I know that these conversations can be hard and scary and awkward, but trust me when I say it's worth it. If you want to learn more about the different resources for those who are struggling and how to have these kind of conversations, you can visit our booth in the back with it's the blue table back there. So we just talked about programs and supporting our peers, but I also want to say that you're also helping to provide support to the many people who are affected by suicide loss. You're helping to support our programs like Healing Conversations. In Healing Conversations, those who have lost a loved one to suicide can have a one-to-one conversation with a trained volunteer who had a similar loss. You're also supporting our annual events on International Survivors of Suicide Loss Day across the entire state. This event happens on the Saturday before Thanksgiving, and it's a time for those who have lost a loved one to suicide to come together and to support one another. If you're not here in Oregon that week and home is a different state, then great. We have chapters in all 50 states, and we'll probably have an event in your state as well. Now, that's only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to all the things that we do, but I want to bring your focus back to where we are today. In addition to raising awareness and funds to fight suicide, this walk gives everybody here a chance to connect with others and to know that they're not alone. That includes people here who walk in memory or in support of a loved one or in honor of their own mental health journey. I'm here because I have lived experience, which means I've attempted suicide. This event gives me hope that we truly believe in a world where people don't have to suffer alone, and that as a community, we are making a difference. We are making progress to understand more about suicide. Suicide touches one in 5 American families. And by connecting with one another, we'll draw attention to this issue and keep other families from experiencing a suicide loss. So to land the plane, we all have a role to play in stopping suicide, and you can help. You can help by volunteering with us, whether it's in your heart to help us organize other events like this Out of the Darkness Walk, or volunteering with us at other events. We want to welcome you. So when you have a moment, please head over to the AFSP booth in the back and to learn how to get involved. And I hope that you'll continue to join us in this fight to end suicide. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Vaughn, for sharing that information. As a reminder, if you heard anything that you were interested in and want to learn more, AFSP's website is on literally everything here. They are handing out brochures, bracelets, stickers, and you can always reach out to them through their website to learn more.
Now we would like to invite Angela Perry, another AFSP board member and an OSU alumni.
Hi everyone, and thank you for having me back here again. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Angela Perry. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a volunteer board member with the Oregon chapter of AFSP, and I'm a 2006 graduate of OSU. I'm going to give an updated version of the same speech that I gave at the first OSU walk back in 2019, one of the first times that I shared my story up on stage. We'll see if I can make it through without crying this time. 20 years ago, when Facebook was first invented and you still needed a college-based email to get an account, I was a student at Oregon State. My time here was a blur, filled with some of the best and worst times of my life, but I suppose anyone could say that at any point of their lives. Getting up here in front of all of you, sharing our stories, our connections to AFSP, to suicide, and to our own mental health journeys is hard. It takes a great deal of bravery to be up here, and I'm so thankful to be able to share the podium today with some extremely strong people. The summer between middle school and high school, my family lost someone to suicide. That winter, a neighborhood friend died by suicide. With both of those deaths, I was told the method and the perceived why, and then they were never mentioned again. The why, though, it's never that simple. But that was when I wrongly began to see suicide as a way out, an acceptable way to stop my perceived pain. The thoughts in my head telling me that I would never be good enough, that no one cared, that the life that I wanted would never be a possibility. The life as I wanted it to be was over, but tomorrow still came. My junior year in high school, I met an amazing guy from the next town over, one who soon started at Oregon State. So naturally, when I graduated from high school, I also came to OSU and moved into Callahan with one of my best friends because that's what I was supposed to do, right? But my depression and anxiety were running my life. I struggled through classes, couldn't sleep at night, had zero motivation. I couldn't see a future where college mattered, and my brain was telling me that no one cared, but I kept all that to myself. 6 weeks into my freshman year, I requested to move from the dorm to a co-op. Living with 60 strangers, I thought that it would be easier to hide my depression and eating disorders than it was living with my best friend. My brain was telling me that I was alone, so I made it so I was alone. It wasn't logical, but when you live with mental illness, sometimes being logical just isn't possible. By spring term, I was on academic probation and referred to CAPS. I went, but I wouldn't allow myself to be honest with those that I spoke with. How could I? I didn't know how to be honest with myself. I was scared to be alone with my own thoughts. After summer term, I was placed on academic suspension, forced to move back home where I went to community college. I was away from my boyfriend, away from my friends. I was alone. I had 2 knee surgeries within 6 weeks of each other. I was at my lowest weight from the eating disorders. Medicine made me sick, not eating made me sick, and when I did eat, I made myself sick until I hit a breaking point. I spent 72 hours in the hospital on a psych hold, going through the motions, giving doctors and nurses all the answers that they were looking for because I wanted them to be true, especially when they weren't. Over the next few months, I was allowed to move back to Corvallis, go back to the community college here until I met the requirements to be back at OSU, all while seeing a psychologist multiple times a week and trying multiple different medications. I would love to say that was the end of my mental health journey, but it wasn't. I graduated in 2006, got married, and lived what on the outside looked like a fabulous life. In my head, though, not so much. It wasn't until 2014, after losing a childhood friend to suicide and finding AFSP and attending my first Out of the Darkness walk, that I didn't feel alone. That was when I started to get help for me, because I wanted to get better, not because someone was telling me that I needed to do, that I needed to get help, and that's what made all the difference. I had to want it. As my mental health improved, it was easier to be honest, to open up about the bad stuff, because I felt like it was behind me, until December 29th, 2017, when my aunt died by suicide. I was new to the Oregon board and spent my time volunteering, trying to save lives, and then she died. The guilt and the shame that I felt, knowing that I could have caused that same kind of pain to my loved ones. The guilt that I felt that I couldn't save her. I was lost. Why was I still here when she wasn't? Why does my life matter? Why? 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 3 weeks after her death, I traveled to North Carolina to attend AFSP's leadership conference. I didn't know how to even have a tomorrow. I was lost, stuck in my own head, and just going through the motions. And if anyone asked if I was okay, I was always fine. It was during one of the breakout sessions that I was able to hear stories from two amazing women about their losses and personal struggles and how they used that as fuel to keep fighting, turning their pain into purpose, that we needed to use our voices for those who no longer had voices, or for those who hadn't found their voices yet. The thought that I have a voice that matters, that I matter in general, is one of the hardest things for me to accept. But as I learn to love myself, learn that I do in fact matter, it is easier to pull myself out of the dark when those days come. Being back here today, seeing all of you who share a connection to suicide, whether it's through a personal struggle, a friend who struggles, or being someone who has lost someone to suicide, we are all connected. Everything that has led me back here, standing in what used to be the bookstore parking lot, I'm so thankful to be alive, to be surrounded by all of you, and I am damn proud to be a Beaver, and we are all damn worth it. Now, before I go, I want to invite Kaylee and Kyla up to the stage with me. AFSP Oregon's very first campus walk was here at Oregon State, and it is with great pride that I get to share that the number 10 campus walk in the entire country in 2024 was the Oregon State Campus Walk. So the Oregon chapter is proud to present the award to CAPS and the Oregon State University to recognize the hard work of the students and staff volunteers who worked year-round to organize the event. Thank you all for your dedication to AFSP and helping to spread AFSP's mission to all of the Oregon State community. Congratulations on being in the top 10.
Thank you so much. I would like to introduce another speaker, Pavel Sengupta. Pavel is a OSU graduate student that joined the Department of Chemistry at OSU in 2021. He is an international student from India, and he is passionate about mental health and bringing people out of the darkness.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. I am Pavel. I'm a graduate student at Oregon State. And I thank CAPS and AFSP to provide me this platform to talk to you and to share a few things that helped me come out of my struggles and negative thoughts. It's always difficult to talk about personal struggles, but when I see how glorious this event is, the light is, and the testimonies of some of these amazing people, my spirit is encouraged and not isolated. I want to share something and talk from my heart today. I've had a very difficult life growing up. It was not easy because of people and circumstances beyond me. There were struggles, abuse, and malice. Personally, I was always in such a hurry to get to where I wanted to be in life, and I had put up walls and boundaries, pretenses, I will say, to hate and ignore people. Hating others and hating myself had become my coping mechanism rather than seeking help. I was tired of so many burdens and expectations, of not being loved, of not loving others, just tired of being resentful and the constant battles in my mind and in life. It drove me to some very dark thoughts. 2 years ago, I helped organize and participate in my very first Out of the Darkness Walk event right here. And for the first time, I encountered so many people who were experiencing similar struggles. I heard heart-wrenching testimonies, but every time that person emerged more compassionate, optimistic, loving, and at peace. That changed me. Life breaks us all, it builds us back up, and it gives us powerful testimonies to share to other people. It is your testimony to someone else and for someone else. And I learned that the best way to heal is to help another person and to allow others to heal you. Something happens when we stop carrying that guilt, that sadness, those burdens of could have, would have, should have, and we open our hearts and share with someone we care or trust. Healing begins when we acknowledge the grief inside and ask for help. I learned that becoming humble and asking for help is the most courageous thing that we can do. And I'm here to say that it is okay to struggle, but it is not okay to keep that isolated. Saying that I am not okay, but I am seeking and willing to seek help and not dwelling in the darkness alone matters. So let us heal and let us honor those who loved us or loves us. Let us remember their love, support them first. Let us be there for them first. And let us forgive those who has hurt us. It is not easy, but let us try and forgive what happened and give us grace. You owe that healing to yourself. And I encourage all of you today to become that presence in someone else's life. And that is why I walk. I would encourage everyone to look around you. Even the people online, I would encourage them to look around them and to see all of those people's lives that you impact, that you can reach. They are the most valuable thing that we can have. So be strong and be very courageous. Do not be frightened, do not be dismayed or discouraged. Even through all the storms that I have shared, we will walk and we will come out stronger with a testimony to share for others. The storms are to prepare us for them. It is for others to hear your story and to come into light. I know so many people who are so loving, so caring, some of the nicest people that you will meet, but who do not know how to show that same care and love for themselves. We see you, we love you, we care about your goodness and prosperity. You are a light worth restoring, you are valuable, you are a light worth preserving and rekindling. Allow good people to help you. Do not deny them that love. You are not alone. God, give me strength. You're not alone. I want to give everyone the the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. It is 988. Anyone can dial that. The crisis text line, it is text TALK, talk, or AYUDA to 741-741. It is free for everyone to use. Or you can go to afsp.org, as was highlighted before. And if you are a student or staff at Oregon State, please find CAPS, that is Counseling and Psychological Services at OSU. Thank you for listening. We love you.
Thank you so much. Now we will hear from AJ Johnson. AJ is a staff member at the Counseling and Psychological Services CAPS. Yeah.
Thank you for having me here today. I am a 36-year-old nerdy bookworm. I'm a gamer, and in some sensical yet baffling path, have become the office manager at CAPS after working there as a support staff for 5 years. I'm a determined person, a peculiar person, I'm a lesbian, and I'm fueled by ADHD and determination. Yeah, sorry. While homeschooled, I attended OSU full-time starting at 13. For nearly 10 years, I alternated high credit loads followed by periods of intense burnout, taking a break from school, trying again and again. After a long break, I finally graduated at 34. I was an unsocialized child, then socialized around college students. When stressed or bored, my main oh-so-rebellious coping mechanism was skipping classes to spend the day reading at the public library. My classes show a very clear trend of full grades or abject failure. I was an incredibly imaginative kid, always writing stories and acting them out with my two friends. I was bubbly, I laughed a lot. I happened to collect rocks, which will be relevant. Somehow no one realized I was neurodivergent until in my 30s. 14 is my earliest memory of when I thought of ending my life. I was 16 the first time I attempted suicide. I didn't want to die. I was tired of always being sad, tired of immense efforts, disappointing others, tired of letting everyone down. There was a constant weight, a constant ache in my chest, constant fear of failure, and a daily struggle to achieve just these bare minimums and fall short of the expectations on me, whether they were real or in my own head. Emotions hold weight, and while the impact of that weight may be visible, the whole weight tends to be invisible and very personal. Imagine for just a moment that each emotion is a stone, a weight, or a helium balloon that lifts you up. Connection, pride, amusement, inspiration, joy, those could be balloons. Fear, depression, sadness, hopelessness, pain, fatigue, isolation could be stones. Joy could lift a significant amount of weight from you, or a small amount. A personal connection could be a small balloon for you. Feeling down after a failed test could be a fist-sized rock that you carry with you. Grief after a loss could feel like a boulder. At first, you collect stones in your pocket, finding an easy enough place to carry that new weight. Each step forward might be a little more difficult, but it's not too bad, and the road in front of you is flat. Another pebble, another stone. Your pockets are full. You start carrying these stones in your arms. It's harder to manage. There's more hills on the road. People passing you on the road talk about the great weather, but it looks cloudy to you. The balloons you gather help, but the stones seem to outweigh them. More stones, more stones. Your arms are full, but you've gotten a backpack, a new tool. It helps redistribute the weight, so it's a bit better. It's darker outside, it's harder to see where you're walking, but more pebbles, a cinder block, a chunk of obsidian. Your backpack is stacked high, your arms are full once again. There is too much weight to carry. You can't seem to keep walking. How is it so dark outside already? You're exhausted, You're dreading having more rocks added, and you can't see where the road is anymore. In that moment with that burden, you as an individual may see only 2 out of countless possibilities that await. You can't, after all, make a decision based on information you don't have, that you can't see. There are others on the road who see you carrying this towering pile of rocks and stones that is blocking out the light. Someone might have another tool in their toolbox that redistributes the weight, maybe helps break down some of those stones. Another pulls out a chair for you to rest a while. Another brings you more balloons. At 19, one of my best friends took his own life. Though we all tried to help, he's gone. I'm not angry, not at him at least. I miss my friend. And I'm sorry that we couldn't do more to help you when you were in pain. While our path and our collection of pebbles and stones differed, I do understand some of his experience. At 12, I'd collected a sack of pebbles and rocks. At 14, I'd hidden rocks in every nook, every pocket, every bag, and behind the books on my shelves. At 16 and carrying cinder blocks, I found the burden unbearable. There was no one thing to push me to this point, to limit the options I could see. No mutually understood and accepted reason for this burden. It grew like a slow cancer, taking over my thoughts bit by bit. I carried it alone. Teenaged AJ could not risk being a burden, the self-reinforcing cycle of internal criticism that made that a non-option for me. I wasn't told it was shameful. I wasn't told to hide this. This was my own expectations on myself of what I deemed acceptable, and my fears of disappointing or spreading the pain I felt. Those kept me quiet, but outwardly the same bubbly kid. I didn't expect to make it to my 21st birthday or my 25th, but I'm still here. I have had many times since I was 16 when the burden was heavy again, where suicidal thoughts, pain, self-loathing, and about every negative self-talk you can imagine filled my mind. I'm still here. I have learned so damn much, both on my own and with the help of some great therapists, friends, and mentors. I have healed so damn much because I am determined to give myself the best life I can. I still have more to learn. I still have more to heal. I'm the person I am today not because of what I've survived, but because of my responses to it. It has been a long journey that's led to me being here, 36, and speaking to you today. Things aren't perfect. They're okay. I'm not always happy, and that's okay. My mind is able to be kind and understanding to myself, to temper my self-harsh judgment, to find moments of joy. I'm here to spend time with my nephews as they learn to navigate this world. I'm here to use the gardening skills my dad taught me, and each year I could sit in the garden smelling the tomato plants that I'm growing. I am here to cuddle and play with my fluffy cats and make sure they have the best lives possible. I'm here, and because I am here, I have found a group of amazing humans who I am so grateful to call my friends. Thank you.
I just want to give another thank you to all our speakers that spoke today. If we could give them another round of applause.
The honor beads symbolize our shared experience with suicide and mental health. Each color represents a personal connection to the cause. As we take a moment to recognize these connections, we stand together in support, remembrance, and hope. Some of the bead colors will be introduced by members of the planning committee who may not have a connection to that particular lived experience themselves. Some colors will be introduced by others with a personal connection to that color.
I'd like to invite Rose, who will be speaking for a red bead.
Hello, my name is Rose Treasure, and I wear red in remembrance of my husband, Storm Treasure. Storm took his life February 13th of 2015, and it was the very worst day of my life. He was my husband and my best friend and my soulmate. Storm was a truly unique human being. He was smart and generous and charismatic and honest. He had a huge love inside of him and a generous spirit, and I miss him every day. Losing Storm changed everything. Everything in my life was broken, and many other losses followed his loss. I found it hard to work, and I lost my job. I became antisocial, and I lost many friends. All of my hopes and dreams were wrapped up in my life with Storm, and I didn't even know what to dream. After his loss, I felt so alone. I have people who love me and help me, people who deserve so much credit for being there through my worst times. I have my faith and my family, but it was hard to talk about it. There's such a stigma around suicide. Telling people in public that I lost my husband to suicide is an instant conversation stopper. And sometimes I felt like no one could really understand. I remember asking myself what advice I would give to myself if I was my own best friend. If I were on the other side of this, supporting someone going through it, what would my advice be? My advice for them would be, find help. I searched on the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention website, and I found a local support group for people who have lost someone to suicide. I didn't want to go, and I had to almost force myself out the door that first time, but it was the right thing. I found caring people there, people who understood what I was living through, people that could listen to my story and not judge me for what happened, the events leading up to Storm's suicide, or anything that has happened since. I found it helped me so much to say it out loud, to cry all those tears, and to share my grief and guilt and pain with others. I went back to the group again and again, month after month, and every month it was a ray of light, a short time of love and comfort and acceptance that would ease the pain and help me feel like I could breathe again. I also found that it helped me to listen to others and offer them that same acceptance. Eventually, the tears stopped falling all of the time, and the pain eased, and my life became more manageable. I began to feel strongly that I wanted to do something to repay the people who had helped me and who had been there when I was so low and so far down. I started by volunteering at the Salem Out of the Darkness Walk. That first year, I helped pass out the beads. It was a really great day. I felt like I was doing something, helping people, making a small difference in someone's day. It was at an Out of the Darkness walk that I was approached about restarting a support group in Salem, and I immediately agreed. Having the opportunity to pay it forward, to reach backwards and help others who are where I've been, has helped me heal so much. But it has also taught me something really important. You are not alone. We are not alone. There are others who understand your pain, who care, and who want to help. So go, get help. I also urge you to give back. Pay it forward, help out, and do something. Facilitate a group, volunteer at an event, organize a walk team, or post a positive sign in your front yard, or just smile at everyone you see. I think we can not only make a difference, we are making a difference. And thank you for being here.
I'd like to take this moment for everyone to raise their red beads in honor. If anyone has their red beads, they can raise it now. Thank you. I'd like to invite Zach to speak for Mackenzie.
Hello, my name is Zach Nicholas, and I will be reading a statement for the gold beads, which signify the loss of a parent. Today, Mackenzie is here and wears the gold beads for the loss of her mom, Diane. Diane was a teacher, world traveler, and a pillar of their home community. The memories of her inspire Mackenzie and all who love Diane to carry forward the safe and loving space she provided for all who knew her. Now, it is my pleasure to invite Cherie Elwood to the stage to complete the presentation of the gold beads.
Hi, my name is Cherie, and I am here to present the gold beads in memory of my mom, Nova. I could stand here and tell you all the wonderful things about her, but I think it's more accurate to say she was very human. She was wonderful in many ways, like how despite going to school full-time, she always somehow made space for a family dinner. Or how when my sister broke her throat 2 weeks before a dance performance, my mom gave her all to try and make her feel better. She bought all her favorite foods and decorated her cast with a rainbow version of her favorite animal. But she also had her flaws. She would puree every soup she made and set the thermostat to 76 degrees on a hot summer day. She was gorgeous as a human, and she was so loved for it. In May of 2019, my mother took her own life. I remember when it happened, I didn't believe she would die. I was so angry, and I was planning on giving her an earful when she was in the hospital recovering. It wasn't until the EMTs pulled my family aside and told us that she was gone that the reality of everything came crashing down. I was only 17 years old then. My high school graduation was just 1 month away, and all I could think about was how she wouldn't be there. I wish I could tell you there were no signs, but that would be a lie. I had heard her say multiple times that she didn't want to live anymore. The problem was I didn't believe it. None of us did. How can you believe that someone you love so much doesn't want to be here anymore? It's easier not to. It's easier to fall victim to the many stigmas surrounding suicide. I did not know now what to do then, but that is why it's so important to advocate for change and not only recognize the signs, but believe in them and take action. It brings me a lot of hope seeing all of you out here today. We are not alone, and change can happen. If you have lost a parent to suicide, please raise your gold beads. Thank you.
I'd like to invite Dacia and Matt to present the white beads.
My name is Dacia Graber. This is my husband, Matt Lass, and we are presenting the color white for the loss of a child. Sorry, this is hard. Matt and I are parents. I'm the stepmom. Matt is the father of Addison Kendrick Harris. Addison died by suicide on February 7th of this year. We are incredibly fortunate to be here today with two of her brothers, coworkers, and friends, and so many people that love us. Matt and I are both firefighters and first responders. I'm a state legislator. I was involved in creating 988, and I wrote the bill for first responder specificity for 988, and I am saying that because truly this can touch anyone, and we are all connected and in this together today. Even more relevant, today would have been Addison's 36th birthday, and I am wearing her favorite sweater today. She obviously had much better fashion sense than I do. She reminded me of that a lot. But I am wearing it because I want to feel her like a hug. And I know that she would feel this moment. Addison, you are so, so loved. And every single one of you here are so, so deeply loved. So if you've lost a child to suicide, please raise your white beads now. Thank you.
I'd like to invite Tessie to read for Orange Bead.
Wearing orange beads signifies the loss of a sibling. Barb Wilson, who is in the audience, provided with us a little bit about her experience to read to you all. She writes, "Recently I lost my sister Fran to suicide. Several years ago, while showing her some of the boxes I had made, her response was, 'I don't get it.' To see the beautiful details in the small things is important. We should all strive to see the beauty in people, in the world, and even in the small things we surround ourselves with. I saw the beauty in Fran, and I want to honor her memory with the I Don't Get It collection of boxes. They are made with care and love. The proceeds from the boxes go towards suicide prevention charities. Barb's boxes are in display in the raffle area, and they're very quite beautiful. If you are wearing orange beads, please raise them now. We thank you and honor your loved ones."
I'd like to invite Marilyn to present the purple beads.
Hello, my name is Marilyn Luna, and I am presenting the color purple for the loss of a family member or a friend. So, if you've lost, okay, so if you've lost a family member or a friend to suicide, please raise your purple beads now. Thank you.
I'd like to invite Emily to present the teal beads.
Hi, my name is Emily Gershbach, and I am presenting the color teal for supporting someone who struggles or has attempted. If you're supporting someone who struggles or has attempted, please raise your teal beads.
I'd like to invite Owen to speak for green beads.
Hello, I'm Owen Bruno, and I'm here to speak for the green bead, for those who have gone through personal struggles or attempts. I know what it feels like to be in a dark spot in life and feel like having no way out is some kind of inevitable fact. But I'm so incredibly glad to be standing here today telling you that no such fact is true. Hope is the most important thing of all, and I can feel that hope when I look out at every one of you who came here today. I wish for that kind of hope to be at the center of all our hearts as we walk today. And if you're wearing green beads, please raise them with me now. Thank you, and I honor your courage.
I invite Dawn, Christopher, and Bruce to speak for the silver beads.
Hi, my name is Christopher Bedwell, and I'm an OSU student. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Trevon Bruce, a veteran student.
And I'm Don Phillips, one of the CAPS coordinators of Student Mental Health and Wellness and a staff counselor. And we are presenting silver beads for the loss of a first responder or military member. As we present these beads, I'd like to honor the memory of John Weiss. John was a Navy veteran and a fellow member of the Corvallis chapter of the Veterans of Foreign Wars. He's a vibrant member of this community and brightened the lives of those he came in contact with every time. As I remember his contribution to those he cared about, I can't help but hope that we not only show up for those in our lives as John did, but that we also let those who love us know when we are struggling and allow them to show up for us.
I'm an Air Force veteran who worked as a first responder for 4 years in Alaska. During my time there, I was intimately familiar with the reality of suicide. During my time in service, I did not experience a personal loss, but I was there in the wake that suicide often leaves behind more times than I can recall. It was in those moments after suicide that I came to understand its toll. I've been out of the Air Force now for some time and have met suicide within my own family and in my community. Some of my friends I served with and people I learned to care for have died by suicide. Though my story might seem bleak, I believe there is inspiration beneath the surface. You see, as a first responder, and really just as an individual, I've come to learn something about suicide. It's everywhere. The inspiration in this revelation, we all share the opportunity to do something. We are all here today because we know someone or have cared for someone whose story involves suicide. I choose to stay motivated to fight back against suicide, to build more bridges than I burn, and to create a community where it seems the hardest. Everyone deserves to be loved, so we have a lot of work to do, especially now. I wear the silver beads for them, the ones who we can only remember, and I'm here today to honor not just those who have left us behind, but also those who are still here today and the people who can be the friend they need. In a time of growing struggle, remember to seek each other, share your story, greet your neighbors, and care for others.
It's truly an honor to stand here today among so many incredible individuals. The bead ceremony we're about to share isn't just a tradition. It's a living, breathing symbol of connection, of memory, and inspiration. Also, every bead does tell a story, as well as a journey of life that deeply matters. Honestly, as someone who has worn the uniform and walked the path, I know firsthand how heavy the unseen battles can be. Mental health must be a part of our conversations, not hidden, not whispered, but brought into light where healing can begin. Suicide prevention isn't just a cause, it's a commitment. It's about standing together, making sure every brother and sister in arms knows they're never alone. Now, can everyone, for first responders and veterans, hold up their beads? As we honor each bead, each story, let us carry forward a message of strength, compassion, and unbreakable unity. That is because we can and will make sure no warrior fights their battle in silence.
I'd like to invite Leina to represent the rainbow beads.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. I go by Lee these days, formerly known as Leina. Not a dead name, but I needed a new one. I'm presenting the rainbow beads today in honor of those we have lost who are trans, two-spirit, intersex, ace, aro, lesbian, gay, bisexual, pan, queer, and or questioning. On campus, I'm in my second year serving as a coordinator of LGBTQ+ mental health and wellness through CAPS. Partially inspired by the impact of my younger brother's suicide attempt during my first year in college, much of my education and career has been devoted to finding ways to better understand and support this diverse, creative, and proud family of communities. Eventually, I came to realize that I'm a part of them too. It has not been easy for me to get here and to openly present as the gender fluid dyke that I am. I had no idea who I was at 13, but like many in the queer community, I was already feeling the pain and confusion of not belonging. At that time, I had my own struggle with suicidal urges that I couldn't fully understand until coming out in my late 30s. I am forever grateful that my brother was coming out before I was ready to, that he is still around to offer solidarity, understanding, and love as the only other out gay member of our large and predominantly LDS family. That we can share pride in our recovery from hardships and face the inevitable challenges of life together as chosen family too. That I now have the honor of being in a position to use my knowledge, skills, and experience and heart to support others facing similar struggles, to cultivate pride and joy in the face of adversity. Queer people must fight for our pride. Pride in ourselves, the complexities of our communities, our contributions to society, and our survival. Pride is a protest, a celebration, a memorial, and a promise of hope. A pledge of defiance and resistance to the forces that would otherwise erase and silence us. That have pushed so many of us to die by suicide and other forms of violence. Though bias, discrimination, and hostility toward queer people is anything but new, we are currently facing a blatant attack on those among us who are most alienated and vulnerable. Rights and healthcare access we have gained through advocacy and policy change are being lost. We face an uncertain future and a tenuous present, but we are no strangers to these challenges either. We are scared and we are here. We have always been here and we are not going anywhere. We will not abandon our trans siblings. We will harness our courage and use our many strengths to continue fighting for a better world for all of us to live in. We will not be silenced, and we will not let go of our pride as a collective shield of love and community that we forge together to protect ourselves and each other. If you have lost a queer person to suicide, please join me now in raising our rainbow beads. Take a deep breath. Remember and honor them. We live for them. Thank you.
I'd like to invite the committee to come and represent the Blue Beats. The Blue Beads represent our commitment to suicide prevention and mental health awareness. Each of us here today stands in support of this cause, demonstrating the strength and unity of our OSU community. I invite everyone to rise. Please stand and hold your beads high. If you have a program next to you, please open it. We're going to read our Blue Bead statement. If you don't have one, please huddle next together with somebody that does. I ask that everybody in the back come together and stand up front so that we can be one as a community. Please open your program. Please share with those around you if they don't have. Ready? We stand together to break the stigma, support those who are struggling, and create a community where no one feels like they have to suffer in silence. You are seen, you are loved, and you matter. Thank you.
I want to give another thank you for all of those who spoke today. Before we conclude today's ceremony and start our walk, I want to give a few announcements. After the walk, we will gather back here at the SEC Plaza for a closing ceremony and a celebration of hope. We invite everyone to join us in honoring this event and leaving with a sense of unity and encouragement. Enjoy delicious food from 3 Potato More, with 10% of the proceeds supporting AFSP, as well as seating, entertainment, activities, and more. During this time, we will also announce our raffle winners, so be sure to stick around.
I'm thrilled to introduce Divine, OSU's exceptional all-trouble a cappella group, who will be performing End of Time by Beyonce. We extend our heartfelt thanks for your time and beautiful music you're about to share with us. Thank you so much.
me turn your rain into sun. You don't have to worry, baby. Promise that I'll set your heart free. Let my love into your soul. You go, I go, we go. That's all she wrote. Come take my hand, I won't let you go. I'll be your friend, I will love you so. I will be the one to kiss you at night. I will love you till the end of time. I will be your baby, promise not to let you go. Love you like crazy, say you'll never let me go. Say you'll never let me go. Say you'll never let me go. Say you'll never let me, say you'll never let me go.
Thank you so much for that beautiful performance. This concludes our ceremony, so we're gonna start the walk. We have Owen and Izzy holding the banner over there, so they'll be getting the walk. And I'm excited to announce that our OSU College of Engineering team will be starting the walk and kicking off the walk with us. So if our College of Engineering team could go and stand right behind the banner for us. Cool. And I invite everyone to participate in the walk. The walk will start over by Jefferson, and then it will end here at the SEC Plaza to do our ending ceremony and our celebration of hope. Thank you guys so much.